Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't really have nothing to talk about. Just so busy. I don't really have time to look at that bullshit, but I'm sure one of you nerds will come up with something. Ask a question or something. I don't fucking know. I just got off a 10-hour shift. Got 2 hours of overtime. I'm wore out. A check will be nice, so a check. Dude, I'm gonna get so much overtime over the holidays. Them checks are gonna be nice over the holidays. Working 10 hours or 11 hours is gonna suck, but them checks will be nice. God, them checks. Battlefield 6, not on my radar. Definitely not. I don't have a lot of time to play games these days, so don't need that. The next gaming purchase is going to be PSVR 2. Before the end of the year, I'll have that. Maybe before the end of the month, we'll see. We'll see. I got some other things I got to buy first. More important things to attend to. Got to fix my PayPal too. I was going to get a desktop, but we can wait on that. We'll wait on that. Get some good money coming in from the stream before I worry about buying one of them again. Fuck all that. I do miss being able to put videos on the screen and shit and show tweets and stuff, but whatever. Yeah, I had a COD beta code. I didn't even play it. I have no interest in COD, so. Moved on from COD. There really isn't nothing. I mean, Fortnite, Gears, Rust. I mean, typical shit. There's nothing else to play. Battlefield, it's the same old shit. Run around a giant map, can't find nobody. Great graphics. I'm sure the campaign's fun, but I don't play the campaign. I don't care about it. Never have. So I won't be buying that. I'm not dropping no $70 on something I'll barely ever play. I don't have a lot of time to be playing games anyway. I look at the PlayStation Store, I look when I get paid. I say, what kind of games they got? Nothing. A lot of VR games I'd like to try, but as far as just regular old games, literally nothing. Ain't nothing worth putting your money on. I encourage y'all to keep your money. Don't buy these games. Like, Battlefield. I know that Battlefield looks good, but I promise you this: a month or two from now, you will not even be playing that. And I know I won't. I know I'd buy it, play it once, I'd go, and I'd never touch it again. That's what you learn when you get my age. You stop buying games. I used to buy games, buy this, buy that. I'm past that phase of my life. Thank God. I'm about to get a new couch and all kinds of other shit. New bed at some point. That's my plan. Nah, I don't have no auto rate. I don't even have that app no more. There's probably gonna be very little streaming in the next in November and December. I'd say there'll be very little streams. Maybe you'll get one a week if you're lucky. Because if I'm working a lot of overtime, I'm not gonna want to get off work and fuck with this. Fuck it. Don't make enough money off this to be doing all that. But we'll see. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Yeah, but I'd never play it. That's the thing. No Battlefield for me. Y'all enjoy. No interest. Oh, God, so good. Yoo-hoo. Battlefield 6, one of those games that'll be on PlayStation Plus for free in a couple of months. You know that. I understand very well. Like, you guys are desperate for a game. You don't have anything. You're so desperate. COD sucks. And you're like, Battlefield. I've been through this many times in my life where you guys do this, where you hype up a Battlefield. I'm telling you, waste of money. I won't buy it. I won't fall for that. No way I'm falling for that bullshit. Because people, that's the only reason you guys are getting hyped up for this Battlefield. You're so sick of COD. Nicki Minaj running around in a thong, Cody Rhodes shooting at you, Ninja Turtles shooting at you, Beavis Butthead shooting at you. COD sucks so much fucking ass. You're like, oh, Battlefield. But in a month or two, you won't even be playing that. And you'll regret buying it. I've bought a few Battlefields in my life. Bad Company. I bought Hardline. Barely played it. Learned my lesson years ago. Yep, you'll barely. I won't even have 13 hours. Well, I know I won't play it. You enjoy. I won't play it. Not for me. I don't even turn my PlayStation on every day. I think about it, and then I just never do. I never go bother with it. I just come home and lay in the bed. I'm tired. Hopefully the Bitcoin shoots back up. I bought some more of it. I got $50-something of it now. Hopefully that shit shoots up. I'm trying to turn that 50 into 100 plus. That'd make me happy. What if it just crashed and I lost the 50? I'd be going off on you nerds. I'd be going off on you Bitcoin loser nerds if it just crashed and it never went back up. And I lost that 50. No, I'm into games. I just don't have a lot of time to play games. I work a lot. Holidays are here. About to get a lot of overtime. On my days off, my girl comes over. I spend time with her. Just don't have a lot of time to sit around and play games. I think I played some last night. Did I? No, maybe I didn't. I played some the other night because I was playing Rust the other night. And I played... Yeah, I played a little Rust, and then I got off. I played Hitman, too. That's what I was playing, Hitman. I can't wait to get the VR and get back on that No Man's Sky. I can't play it all. I cannot play that game when it's not VR. It's just not, I'm not into it. It's so good in VR, though. Yeah, I ain't even been paying attention to what's going on with them liberals and all that shit. I used to have time at work, and I'd look at my phone, be looking at shit, but I don't know. Raven was telling me some shit in the voice earlier. What was he? Hell, I can't even remember. That's where I get my news now. I go in voice chat, and people just tell me things while I'm working. Yeah, I voted for ICE raids. I'm tired of listening to them nerds cry about them ICE raids, man. Fucking sick of that crybaby bullshit. Dude, I just started blocking liberals, man. They come in my mentions, they say something dumb as fuck, I just block them. I don't even feel like arguing with them no more, for real. Like, they say something, I realize this guy's a retard, and I just block them. I shared a story about some liberal threatening to kill us again. There's so many examples. I can't quite remember which specific story it was, because there's so many liberals every day threatening to kill us now. But I shared some story, and then I quote tweeted. I said that another day and liberals want to kill us. And then the guy replied. He was like, "You want to be a victim so bad." No, I don't. How is being honest wanting to be a victim? I mean, Jesus Christ. Y'all are dumb, retarded. And then, of course, I replied to him. He didn't say nothing back. You're all coward-ass pussies. You buck up, run your dick-sucking mouth to a guy that you have no business speaking to like that, quite frankly. You have no business speaking to me with such arrogance and smugness, because you're retarded. And if me and you got in a voice chat and debated these topics, you'd look I'd make you look like a dumbass. So please humble yourselves and gain some respect. Gain a little respect. You got first of all, you're losers. And if the shoe fits, lace it up. I'm talking about you. If it don't lace it up, put it on. Don't get offended. But if you're offended, I'm probably talking about you right now. I'm talking about real shit. Like, I can provide example after example of liberals threatening to kill Republicans. And apparently I'm just making it up. But you say Donald Trump's out to get you. And there ain't no proof Donald Trump's out to get you. You've been saying that for years. Donald Trump out to get me. So shut that ass up. Time for you nerds to shut the fuck up. I started watching that Snake Eyes video, and then I realized this shit's stupid. Because, I don't know, I got a logical mind. It's interesting. Don't get me wrong. It's an interesting thing. It's fun. It's not hurting nobody. It's a fun little thing, fun little video to watch. But while you're watching it, you realize, like, this is nonsense. Like, they didn't make a movie, like, damn near before Charlie Kirk was alive. Charlie Kirk was 31 when he died. I'm 38 years old. And I was born in 1987. I mean, my God, that motherfucker, he's 7 years. He's born damn near in the mid-90s. So, no, they didn't make a movie with Nicolas Cage in the 90s about Charlie Kirk. That's just silly. Yes, it's interesting. There's coincidences. It's fun. It's a fun little thing, but it's not real. It's just like we were talking about yesterday, connecting dots that don't connect. People got a real bad problem connecting dots that don't connect. I used to be a big conspiracy theorist, but God, y'all have ruined conspiracy theories, man. You've ruined them. You've went such off the deep end with that shit that I just don't even care no more about conspiracy theories for real. Because every time I hear a new one, I'm like, that's the dumbest shit I heard in my life. Like, I'll look and see, okay, well, what's the evidence? What do they got to support this theory? And it's always nothing. Nothing. So I've grown bored with it. I mean, the Israel stuff is a perfect example of it, where now the numbers are coming out, the reality's coming out. Was no genocide, was no starvation. All that shit was lies. First of all, I knew it was lies. I told you every single day that's lies. You're getting psyoped. But now we know for a fact. Because ain't none of them motherfuckers in those videos celebrating look like they starving to death. They don't look hungry. I seen a fat guy out there. How you gonna be starving, fat guy? No wonder they was starving. That fat son bitch was eating all the food, apparently. Y'all need to talk to him. That's where all the food went. It's not about too many things being similar. It's not about changing. It's just that the movie Snake Eyes has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. It has nothing to do. I don't care how many. I don't care about the video. I've seen it. I don't care. You have to have a logical mind, and you have to realize, no matter how good that sounds, that's absurd. That's an absurd thing to believe that this movie has anything to do with Charlie Kirk. It is nothing more than a coincidence. That's really what it is. I mean, to believe otherwise, you have to be a little kooky. I'm sorry, but you gotta be a little crazy. This isn't like believing 9/11 was an inside job or the government shot JFK. This is goofy. A movie from the 90s predicted Charlie Kirk being killed in 2025. Come on, man. Charlie Kirk wasn't even a thought in anybody's brain when that movie came out. This is really a showcase of IQ. This right here. Because if you look at that and you go, well, all these dots connect, and you believe that, you're a little stupid. I mean, let's be honest. But if you can look at that and go, well, that's fun, but obviously that's nonsense. It's a sign of IQ. There are some conspiracy theories. It's fun. It sounds fun. But if you truly believe it, come on now. Kind of like Bigfoot, you know? Like, there's really no proof of Bigfoot. It's all bullshit. But it's fun. It's not hurting anybody to believe in the Bigfoot. It's not hurting anybody to go out in the woods and look for the Bigfoot. And it's fun. It's a fun thing. If someone said, hey, we're going out in the woods, we're going to look for Bigfoot, I probably wouldn't go because, be my luck, Bigfoot's real and he kills us or fucks us or something. Who knows? I don't want to go out in the woods and hang out anyway, but I mean, forget Bigfoot. Freaks will be out there probably running around. But it's fun. The Snake Eyes thing, it's fun, but it's not real. You have to remember this is just made up nonsense. No matter how much you watch it and you go, oh my God, look at all this. Oh my God. It's just coincidence. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's always things like that, you know. There's always things like that. A movie must have predicted this. No, it's just coincidence. I mean, it's one thing if they got a movie and it's like talking about the pandemic or something or things like that. I can kind of say, okay, they put that in the movie to prepare us. What do they call it? Predictive programming or something. But the Charlie Kirk shit, no. That's ridiculous. Guys, you have to if I can get you to realize one thing, take away from everything I've ever said, this is the most important thing right here. Not everything is a conspiracy theory. we have got into this rhythm as people where it's like something happens and we look for conspiracy. Stop looking for conspiracies. Stop looking for them. If they're there, we'll see them. But y'all are like looking for things. You're looking for conspiracy. You're trying to, and sometimes, guys, things just happen, and it's the way it looks. It's the official story is the official story. That's what it is. There is no conspiracy to find. We've went off the deep end with conspiracies. That's why I started to back away from them. Come like I see everybody off the deep end with it. And it's not healthy. Like Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. That's who killed Charlie Kirk. All the evidence points to that. So there's no reason to be coming up with theories. There's no reason to be looking for ulterior theories. I mean, now if you saw something that looked a little suspect, or they said something and it was a lie, like you knew they were lying, you were an expert in the topic or whatever, then you can dig in. But people see these events and they just start looking for conspiracy. They go looking for it and they find it because they want to find it. The Snake Eyes stuff is a perfect example. My God. Who the fuck even came up with that? Like, who the fuck went back and watched Snake Eyes? That's crazy that somebody even noticed that. It is it's weird, but that's all it is. It's just a weird coincidence. And those types of things can happen. You can have weird coincidences in life. You have to have a high enough IQ. Your brain has to work enough for you to be able to go, okay, that's interesting. You know, it's a fun little conspiracy, but it's obviously not real. You know, it's like watching a video about the gray aliens or something, or the reptilian people or something, you know, or the Anunnaki people or something. You're like, yeah, it's interesting, but it's probably bullshit. Now, if you enjoy it and you want to learn about it, go ahead. Who cares? But come on now. And the Anunnaki and the gray aliens, there's more truth behind that than Snake Eyes Charlie Kirk. That's for sure. That's for sure. Because I can believe that aliens are visiting the earth secretly. I can wrap my head around that. I can wrap my head around, you know, they let 9/11 happen or whatever. But I can't wrap my head around Charlie Kirk got shot by some random goof in 2025. And all the way back in the 90s had this movie come out and they laid out the whole plan. It's just silly. It's Tyler Robinson knew about Snake Eyes. Like, come on. It's just goofy. That's goofy. Reject the goofiness. Reject it. What do the Simpsons predict? Did the Simpsons predict Charlie Kirk? I mean, it is coincidence. Like you could not stand in front of a crowd and convince everyone in that crowd that movie predicted Charlie Kirk's death. Because most people in that crowd are going to go, yeah, it's his interesting stuff, but come on, man. That's insane to believe that, because it's insane. It is insane. That type of stuff hurts conspiracy theories. Like, it hurts it so bad because let's say you're a guy, you're talking about different topics, and then you go off the deep end with the Snake Eyes shit. Anyone watching your channel is going to go, whoa, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's interesting. It's you know, it's crazy, but come on, man. You don't really believe that the movie has anything to do with that. This is nothing but coincidence. Of course it is. Of course it is. For your brain to think otherwise, you're in the weeds. You're wandering around in the weeds way too much. Way too much. Come on now. That's silly. There's no way. There's not something like that Snake Eyes thing. If we were to debate it, all I have to say to win the debate is, come on, man. Come on, man. What are we going to debate? The evidence or what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some guy got shot in the neck in the movie. Okay, people have been shot in the neck in movies tons of times. Well, his name was Charles Kirkland. Okay, that's weird, but come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You have to remember that when you want, if you're trying to sell somebody on a conspiracy theory, you have to be brutally honest in your own mind. I realize most people aren't brutally honest with themselves in their own mind, but I am. You have to be. You have to be. And you got to know how goofy you sound pushing that theory. That's something you go, hey, you ever seen that Snake Eyes movie? It's so interesting, all these coincidences. But you don't actually tell somebody, I actually think that they made that movie. They wanted to, they planned on killing Charlie Kirk in 2025. Like, brother, you don't actually believe that. Nobody actually believes that. Nobody actually believes that. This isn't like, oh, they had a pandemic and The Simpsons. Look at this weird clip from The Simpsons and we had a pandemic. I can wrap my head around that. The powerful people that run the world put stuff in this show. That I can wrap my head around that. The Charlie Kirk stuff is some random guy. First of all, the powerful people didn't kill Charlie Kirk. He's not important enough. That's insanity. That's insanity. That's silly. This was a lone wolf type of guy. This was some nut guy. Didn't like Charlie Kirk and killed him. So, the people that's putting stuff in the movies, predictive programming, like, they run the world. So you can wrap your head around that like it's like the lone gunman. Look at they're flying planes in the World Trade Center in this episode, and they're using remote controls, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. Especially when you learn that the lone gunman, the creator of the lone gunman, said he worked with the CIA, and the CIA would give him ideas and stuff for X-Files and stuff. So that's believable. I'm not saying you can't enjoy these things, but when you're trying to like sell it like it's real, you look crazy. You look fucking nuts because it's not real. Because you got to connect so many dots that don't connect to get that Charlie Kirk shit to make any sense. I mean, how old was Charlie Kirk? What did Snake Eyes come out in, like 98, 99? So Charlie Kirk was like, he was below 10 years old when that movie came out, bro. So you're telling me that the powers that be, the people that run the world, put all this in that movie because they saw little Charlie Kirk. Single digits. Little Charlie Kirk. Elementary school. They seen him. They knew he was going to grow up and be important. They knew all of these things, and then that's insanity. Sorry, but if you believe that, you're insane. Believe what you want, but you're insane. That's insane. That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Charlie Kirk, so little 4-year-old Charlie Kirk. Come on now. I admit that it's weird. I mean, it's a weird thing, you know. But that's all it is. It's just a weird coincidence. And those exist. Yes, weird coincidences do exist. Yes. Not everything is planned by the Illuminati. Okay? Because the evidence goes against that. Like, why would the Illuminati make this movie about Charlie Kirk when Charlie Kirk was 4 years old? That's insanity. They didn't know Charlie Kirk was going to do all these. They didn't know any of that. In fact, I believe that whoever put that video out, that is the CIA. The CIA wants you to believe that kooky shit. They want you to talk about that because when you're talking about kooky shit like that, you discredit conspiracy theorists by doing that. People go, what? This motherfucker's insane. Like, what? So then when you start talking about 9/11 or you talk about these other things, people go, oh, come on, man, you believe the Snake Eyes shit. Like, you're crazy. Very important as a conspiracy theorist not to come off as fucking crazy. Like you already do in a way to most people, normal people, but if you're talking about like 9/11, like you got some things you can show people where they'll go, huh, that's interesting. The Snake Eyes stuff is just like, it's one of those things where people are going to go, yeah, that's interesting, but you don't actually believe that, do you? And when you look at them and say, yeah, I do, they're going to say, oh, okay. Okay, brother. Okay, brother. Good luck with that one. No, I get what you're doing right now, but none of that's going to work. That putting words in my mouth or acting like you don't understand what I'm saying. Everybody understands what I'm saying. So, moving on from this retarded topic. This has nothing to do with the Bible or anything like that. You're trying to insinuate that the Illuminati made a movie when Charlie Kirk was 4 years old about killing Charlie Kirk when he was 31 years old. That's insane. And you know that. You know that's insane. I think you're just trolling with this. Thing is, it's time to stop because you're wasting the stream's time. We can't talk about this the whole stream. It's boring. So we got to move on now. No more. I mean, it's just retarded. There's nothing to discuss here. We can't debate this topic because it's that retarded. It's undebatable. It's just, you know, if you believe that is real, you're crazy. And there's no, what the hell? Because you got to go so off in the weeds. You got to go so off the deep end with this. They knew him when he was 4 years old. What? No. Then you're insane. If you're not trolling, you're insane. It's an insane thing to believe that it's just... Because who was Charlie Kirk at 4 years old? You got to go off the deep end to really make this believable. Like, you have to say, like, well, they have, like, time travel. So someone from the future went back, gave them the script for this movie. You got to get so off the deep end to try to make it plausible in some way. And it sounds insane no matter what now. To try to make people believe this, to try to have some, to make a theory out of this, you have to really go, you got to think about time travel. Time travel makes more sense than the Illuminati knew who Charlie Kirk was going to be at 4 years old. That's like, wow, what? So that doesn't work, right? That's insane. What are you talking about? So you got to be like, well, time travel. They went back in time, made a movie. Or you'd have to say Tyler Robinson was obsessed with the movie Snake Eyes. He was obsessed with it. And that's why all these things, you have all these connections and stuff, because he was obsessed. That's it. Any other theory is insane, batshit crazy. The time travel is batshit crazy, but it, you know, it's you can, I guess you can kind of believe that way off in the distant future, there's time travel, and they come back and everything. But why? Why would they come back? Why would they put this in the movie? Why? You know what I mean? What explanation explains it? Coincidence. Coincidence explains the entire thing. Then you go, oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, interesting. What an interesting coincidence. That makes sense. That's why, you know, I started watching that video and then I just clicked off of it because I was like, this is crazy. Like, you know, it's like, this is crazy. This is just insane. Like, this isn't like a conspiracy theory about a shooting or something. Hey, we got some evidence, you know, this or that. This is like insane. This is just goofy. And really a waste of my time to learn about, because no matter how many connections there may be, they are coincidence. That's all it is. And why would I want to learn a lot about this? Yeah, when when you're relying on time travel or like the Illuminati knew who Charlie Kirk was, like he was 4 years old when the movie came out. Come on now. Come on now. I swear to God, dude. What's wrong with the damn phone? Am I gay? No. I am not. Oh my God! What was going on with Parr yesterday in that Discord? I couldn't believe what he said in that Discord. I couldn't believe it. Parr was talking about that woman he lost his virginity to, and he said something was wrong with her. She was off. He was like she can't consent to sex or something like that. Like what? But you had sex with her. I was like, why didn't you keep having? Why didn't you have sex again with her? And he was like, well, she's not right in the head. It didn't feel right to have sex with her. Like I was taking advantage of. Like what? What a weird thing to say. Like you fuck a girl, and then people's like, why didn't you fuck her again? Yeah, it just seemed like she just seemed crazy or something. Like she seemed mentally ill. Like it wasn't. I didn't feel right. Like I was taking advantage. It's like, but you had sex with her once. You took advantage once, and you didn't want to take advantage again. Because you knew she was goofy before you fucked her the first time. I mean, come on. Come on. You felt bad. You're like, I just had sex with a special ed person or something. This ain't right. This ain't right. This shit ain't right, man. Can't do it again. Why would you tell the whole Discord that? Weird thing. God, that was weird. Oh God, if Parr sees me with no shirt, he might want to fuck me. Oh, the horror. He was asking Ricky for nudes in the DMs. What's wrong with him? Ricky said Parr was asking him if he fucked any guys in prison. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he wanted to know the details. Crazy. He wants Ricky to do that to him. He wants to be in a cell with Ricky. Put Parr in a cell with Ricky. I'm hungry. What to eat? What to eat? Nobody cares about the government shutdown. Who gives a shit? Trump's like, I'm going to fire a bunch of people, cut and gut a bunch of these government agencies. Chuck Schumer was like, we're looking good. In what planet do Democrats look good right now? What planet are you people on? I didn't know he was doing that. Well, see, that's why they shut the government down, because they believe that it'll make Trump look bad. The soldiers ain't getting paid, or this ain't getting done. But Trump's 2 steps ahead of them. Democrats will lose this battle. They lose every battle. They can't win. They can't. They have spent the entire year like just crying over illegal aliens and like fighting for illegal aliens. They have really proved Trump right about that, because Trump's been saying that for years. All these people care about the illegals. They want to help the illegals. That's all they care about. And they've spent the entire year making that, making the case. It's undeniable now. They flew to El Salvador for the motherfucking illegals. At first they were like, no, we're not putting no, stop. We're not putting no, we're not giving them insurance. We're not giving them this. We're not giving them that. And now they're admitting it. Yes, they've been giving illegals all kinds of shit. They've been giving your tax dollars to illegal aliens. They've been taking money out of your check and giving it to illegal aliens. That's a fact. And anybody that says it's not happening, automatic block. You're getting fucking blocked. I am tired of talking to delusional fucking liberals who will not admit reality, who will not hold the L when proven wrong. So get fucking blocked. Get the fuck out of my mentions. Get out of my life. You're a waste of time. You're a waste of fucking space. Nobody wants to bother even talking to you anymore because you don't even live in reality. We can't have a normal conversation with you because you're in a fucking fantasy 24/7. People will be talking about some shit that's going on and you'll be sitting there pretending it ain't happening. And no matter how many times people prove you wrong and show you it is happening, you'll sit there and keep fucking denying it. So get fucking blocked. Get the fuck out of here, liberal. I told you at the beginning of the year, I go, by the time we get done with Trump's presidency, we're not even going to want to talk to these liberals anymore. You're going to be so fed up with these dumbass liberals. Fuck these motherfuckers. Get a life, liberal. Get a damn life. Cry about fucking Trump all day. They're like following the ICE vehicles around and all this shit. And now the ICE agents are like stopping their cars, getting out and arresting these people, following them around in their car. As they should. Enough of this weirdo behavior. Who the fuck does that? Who follows around the fucking police? Who follows around federal agents doing their job? Who in their right mind gets in their car and follows the fucking feds around and tries to interfere in the police work? What a dumbass. No sane person would even do that. That's insane behavior. Fucking with the police is insane behavior. Fucking with the federal police, that's even crazier. You want a felony, huh? So anybody doing that, I'm going to just assume is out of their fucking mind, because even if you're against the ICE raids or you're against the deportations, you have to be batshit crazy to be following the ICE agents around in your car. You got to be even crazier to ram your car into them or throw rocks at them and all this shit. A fucking warrant. Oh, God, hush. Everybody knows these liberals are full of shit. I mean, as I've been saying for years, like, you can only lie for so long. You can only act like this for so long. People are going to start catching on to this behavior. And we're there. Like, the country's just tired of these people. Tired of listening to it. The crying. I mean, 10 straight years of crying about Donald Trump. 10 straight fucking years of day after day crying about Donald Trump. At a certain point, Jesus, man, get a life. And now they're mad about these deportations. Hey, man, the guy ran on deportations. That was his main issue. So anybody that voted for Trump that is shocked by deportations is fucking retarded. I mean, you're dumb as shit. What the fuck? How you gonna vote for Donald Trump and get mad that he started deporting illegal aliens? That's his thing. He's been talking about that for fucking a decade. What the hell do you expect? The reason people ain't speaking out about this ICE shit is because everyone's like me. Everyone realizes that we have a crisis. They let the border open, millions poured in, and drastic times call for drastic measures, and we voted for drastic measures. And I voted to lock up these mayors and police chiefs that want to interfere with this shit. Stop interfering with the vote of the people. I mean, I get why they're doing it, because if they lose all these illegal aliens out of these cities are going to flip red. Hope you realize that. I hope you realize there's a lot of illegal voting going on. That's why they're so fucking all in on this. Ain't it weird that the Democrats are all in with the illegals? They're all in. What's that tell you? What does that tell you that they're so all in with them? They're voting, and they're voting in large numbers. And liberals know that. They figured it out. I don't know how they figured that out, but they know it. It'll be interesting to look back and figure out when exactly did liberals start supporting illegal immigration? Like when? Because we've all seen the old clips of like Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. We've all seen, and Barack Obama was deporting people like crazy. Well, it must have been when Trump got into power. That's what it was. When Trump won the election, when he started talking about illegal immigration, that must be when they flipped. Trump drove these people insane, man. Drove them absolutely insane. In fact, I bet the real reason Democrats are so all in with the illegals has nothing to do with voting. I bet it has everything to do with the fact that Donald Trump's against it. And because Donald Trump wants to deport them, they're all in. I bet you that's actually what it is. It has nothing to do with anything else. Show me this kind of behavior before Trump came along. Show me liberals acting like this before Trump. This is all Trump. These people are so insane over Trump that whatever Trump is for, they're against it. And so they went off the deep end, and when they got into power with Biden, well, they couldn't just lock the border down. You know what I mean? They couldn't do all these things because their supporters would be like, what the fuck? You're just like Trump. So they had to just say, fuck it, huh? Trump really broke these motherfuckers. He broke them. You're going to get shoved in a locker, Nathan. Told you. Told you the mayor was going to shoot you. The mayor carries a gun. Liberals don't live with facts. They live in a fantasy. There's really no hope for them. I mean, it's not even really worth arguing with them anymore because they're just not going to admit to being wrong. They're not going to change. They get proven wrong and they don't change. They'll come have the same argument with you the next day. They'll have the same argument with you over and over and over. Why? I used to always wonder, like, why does Junie always want to debate abortion? You've already been defeated on the topic. How many times you got to lose? He'll be like, I got some new evidence, and then you'll get into the debate about abortion, and he'll be saying the same shit he said last time. You'll be like, what the fuck? Why are you bringing this up again? We had a whole conversation about this last time. Why we gotta have it again? You forgot. I mean, how they gonna win the midterms? I don't see it. I don't see no path to victory. Based on what? For the Democrats to win the midterms, you have to. Okay, the Democrats have done nothing to win the vote, right? They've done nothing. So you would have to think that people are going to vote Democrats because they just can't stand Donald Trump. I mean, really? Trump has done everything he said he was going to do, or he's tried to do it. He's accomplished a lot of shit so far. So I can't see how people would be mad at Trump for doing what he said he was going to do. Unless they were Democrats. And yes, I know Democrats ain't going to vote for Trump and they ain't going to vote Republican. I wasn't expecting them to. But you have to believe that all those people that voted for Trump are unhappy. Based on what? Because Theo Vaughn's unhappy with deportations? That's because people like Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan are soft as a pillow. And all these fucking liberals be crying about these raids, and then they can't handle it. You support these raids, you support that. Well, what are they going to do? Go vote for Democrats? Why? So you're telling me they're going to spend all the last 2 years talking shit about Democrats? At least Stephen A. ain't, because Stephen A. is all in. You don't see Stephen A. backpedaling like a faggot bitch. Stephen A. defended the ICE raids. People like Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan, you got to quit trying to walk the fence, man. They want to walk that fence. Pick a side, man. Pick what side you're on and go all in with that side, because this walking the fence shit ain't going to work. We way past walking a fence. Pick a side. You're either for illegal immigration, our country being flooded with illegal aliens, and we can do nothing about it. We can't send them home. We can do nothing about it. Or you're not for it. But quit trying to walk the fence about it. You got to be out of your fucking mind to vote for Donald Trump and get mad that he's deporting illegal. That's insane. That's actually fucking insane to be mad about that. To vote for him and then go, I didn't realize he was going to do that. You didn't realize he was going to deport illegal aliens. Donald Trump, the man who ran on deporting illegal aliens, you're telling me he ran on, he said every day, he said, we're going to have the largest deportation operation in the history of our country. And you heard that, and you didn't expect deportations? Okay. He was only going to get the bad ones. No, Tom Homan made it very clear. The priority is we're going after criminal illegals. We're going after these hard criminals, these gang members and shit. He said, but if we encounter other illegal aliens, you're getting deported too. I don't understand why they want all this illegal immigration. I just don't understand. And none of them could debate this topic and win the debate, because they're going to be like, well, this guy's just he's a good person. He came illegally, but all he does is work and he doesn't cause problems. Okay, that's cool, but what about all the people waiting in line to get here legally? He jumped the line. You're defending line jumping? That's what you're defending? Oh, he's already here. Well, none of them could debate Tom Homan on it. None of them. Joe Rogan could not debate Tom Homan on it. Neither could Theo Vaughn. Because Tom Homan's going to say, well, you have to have a deterrent. If you don't deport these people, then everybody's going to say, well, we can, as long as we come here and we don't break any other laws, then we can stay. Like, no, that's not how you run your immigration policy. And he's right. This is not about bleeding hearts. This is not about, grow up, man. These people want leadership and they want competent leadership. And then when they get it, they can't handle it. This is why our country's in the position it is, because of people like that they spend all this time. Oh, there is a problem. Oh my God, what's going on? What has Biden done? Da, 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 da. And then they get somebody in there. They get a team of people in there that are ready to get the job done. And then they go, oh, they do, no. Oh God, no. And then most people would break under the pressure. Most people would say, fine, you guys are crying. We just won't deport nobody. But Trump ain't going to do that. Tom Homan ain't going to do that. And that's the type of leadership you need right now. You need motherfuckers that are going to get the damn job done and let these motherfuckers cry into the sky. Because it has to be done. This is why when I see all these Trump supporters like turning on Trump all year, I mean, shame on you. You're not, to call yourself Trump supporters, I don't think you have a right to anymore. You spent the entire year trying to undermine Donald Trump's progress. It's bad enough you got the liberal media and you got all this shit to deal with. Now here you jumping in with them. Every time the liberal media put out a narrative, say Trump was going to do this, he was going to do that, y'all ate it up. Oh, we're going to be in a war with Iran. Boots on the ground. You believe that horse shit. I told you that was nonsense. Why you believe that? You have no faith in Donald Trump. None. And you've made a fool of yourself all year. Not trusting the president that you voted for, you've made a fool of yourself all year long. That's all you've done. Liberal media's had your little faggot ass panicking all year long. Ain't that crazy? You fell right back into the panic. You got a little TDS yourself, some of you. You got a little TDS yourself. Smokey, we're gonna be dying for Israel. Nobody asked you to die for Israel. Trump ain't ever asked you to die for Israel, not one damn time. Nobody ever asked you to die for Israel. Nobody ever did. Talk about wanting to be a victim. You want to die for Israel, quite frankly. That way, while you're bleeding out on the battlefield, you can go, I was right. Fucking Jews. These fucking Jews. You'll look over at the other guy bleeding out. You'll just go, fucking Jews, man. And he'll go, right? This is crazy. We are dying for Israel. Yeah, we are. I told him we'd die for Israel. Oh, that's how you want to die. It may sound crazy, but all you anti-Israel people that say that shit, nothing would make you happier than to be laying on that battlefield bleeding out, because in your final moments you could go, God, I was so fucking right. And you think of me in those final moments. You'd say, I fucking told him. Now look at me. I wish he was here to see me now. What would he say now about Israel as I bleed out on the Gaza Strip? What would he say now? What's the latest on the aliens coming? 3-Eye Atlas. What's the latest on that? Should we be concerned? Or is it just a comet? They've been hyping that up, all year. Been hyping it up. So, what's the latest? Any updates? I was at work today. Raven told me, he's like, they're saying that the ship it came to a halt. The comet came to a halt, and I was like, what? And I was like, comet don't just stop and float in the space. What? And then he said, and that sounded crazy to me. I was like, that's crazy. And then he said, nah, never mind, that's fake. Yeah, I figured that'd be a pretty big story, if a comet that they thought might be aliens was flying towards Earth, then it stopped. I feel like that'd be a big story. Be something worth talking about. No, Trump's not getting kicked out. And there's nothing wrong with Trump's mind either. That's fantasy bullshit. That's all nonsense. Donald Trump's having an excellent presidency so far. Like, I understand why you guys are coming up with fantasies about his mental condition. I trust me, I get it. I don't even blame you, quite frankly, for doing it, because you really have nothing to say. He is destroying you. His presidency has been such a success so far that I understand just making shit up at this point. I understand, like, you really have nothing else but to lie. I mean, that's where liberals are at. It's either just lie, or get violent. I mean, there are no other options for the liberal. That's why we saw Charlie Kirk get shot. That's why we see these attacks on these ICE agents. You had that journalist woman the other day, big fat bitch. I think it was in Chicago. And she was throwing rocks at the ICE agents. Well, they arrested her. Then they take pictures of her and they put it on social media and they go, this ICE arrested a journalist because she's conducting journalism. Well, no, it turned out she was throwing rocks at the agents, and that's why they arrested her. But the whole point of her throwing the rocks, she wanted to get arrested. This is where we're at, where these people want to get arrested so somebody can take a picture of them and they can psyop you with those pictures. And that's exactly what's going on. There's another picture you might have saw going around of a priest. Guy looks like a priest getting pepperballed in the face or some shit. Well, it turns out he's not actually a priest. He's just wearing that. He's a degenerate nerd. So not a priest. And then there's the people, they started dressing up as like cartoon characters. They started wearing like frog outfits and all kinds of shit like that. And they're like dancing around in front of the ICE agents. That's an interesting strategy. I'll say this. That's probably the best strategy I've seen yet from the Democrats this year, is the frog thing, dressing up as a frog and dancing around. I don't know who came up with that, but whoever came up with that on the leftist side, promote him. He should be in a position of strategy right now. The DNC needs to find him, because we've seen all this violence, right? They're standing outside these ICE facilities, they're getting violent. And then Trump is pointing it out, and they're talking about the National Guard. So that's what I would do. If I was these people, I would immediately calm down. I would not even be outside the ICE facility. I would tell all the people, I would say, time for us to go home, make Trump look stupid. Because Trump's saying needs the National Guard. We're not even going to give him, a reason to send the National Guard. We're going to go home. We're going to quit protesting. We're going to quit rioting out in front of this ICE facility. Now, they're not smart enough to do that. But the dress up like an inflatable frog and dance around, that's not the worst idea I've seen. But, I don't think it's sustainable. I think there's a lot of rage on the left right now. There's a lot of real anger, and I don't think they can subdue it as much as they need to right now. I don't think they can stop. I just don't think they can get control of themselves. I think there are some liberals that have enough sense to realize now's not the time to get violent. Now's not the time that we need, tone it down with all this. But I don't think there's enough of them to really, because the media just keeps ramping them up. Like, oh my God, the Gestapo's run around. Oh, it's the Nazis. Oh, my God. And they believe this shit. So, if you really believe the Nazis have taken over the country, dressing up like an inflatable frog and dancing, I mean, that's not going to cut it, To people that are really deranged and really believe that shit, they're probably looking at those people in the frog outfits going, what are you doing? Like, this is serious. This is some serious shit, and you're dancing around in a frog outfit? Democrats are only going to get worse. I mean, we got a year till midterms. It's just going to get worse. I mean, they won't calm down. They won't stop. And I don't think the inflatable frog outfits is going to catch on enough. That's the best strategy I've seen from Democrats. I saw that. I went, oh, wow. Oh, that's actually a good idea. That's actually good. They have a good idea? Holy shit. That's the first good idea. That is the first time in a long time that I've seen Democrats actually understand optics. It shocked me to see that. But it won't last. It won't last. Because I don't think a majority of them, I think they believe all this Nazi stuff. And like I said, if you really believe that, dressing up like a frog ain't going to cut it. Dressing up like a frog ain't going to cut it. And the guy in the frog outfit is like a lunatic Antifa guy. They found his social media shit. They found his identity. He might be insane, but he got more sense than a lot of you nerds. He's got enough sense to realize now's not the time to be throwing rocks at the ICE agents. Because all eyes are on you. Everyone's watching. Everyone's hearing about these ICE agents getting attacked, and they're hearing about all this and all this protest and stuff. So you're telling them it's a protest. So if they tune in and they see, oh my God, what's all this violence going on? Even the guy dressing up like a priest, and it really shows you that the ICE agents have no sense. Like the ICE agent that peppers balled the guy dressed up like a priest, like, where's your sense? Like, yeah, he's agitating. He wants you to shoot him with the pepper ball so he can say, oh, look, they shot a pepper ball. So, where was the sense there? There was no sense. And I get they're just trying to do their job and they're not even thinking politically, but the guy who put the frog outfit on is thinking politically. He's thinking about the optics of this. He's thinking about how this looks, Okay, well, if I'm out here screaming and acting a fool, Donald Trump just going to tweet that out, and everyone will see me screaming at the ICE agent, spitting on him, and people will say, well, fucking loser does that. But if I'm out here dancing around in my frog outfit, people will go, oh, they're just protesting. People will say, they got the National Guard coming for people in frog outfits? The fuck is going on? So I applaud you, Democrat, liberal. I applaud you for coming up with a much better strategy than I've seen in the last 10 years. Good for you. Good for you. course, all your efforts will be squandered because they're still attacking ICE agents. Like there's this unhinged people that they're not putting frog outfits on, man. They're ramming into the back of the ICE vehicle. They're not putting a frog outfit on. Fuck all that frog outfit shit. I'm ramming in. Fuck that frog outfit. I just see them now in a Discord somewhere. You know they're in a Discord arguing with each other. I'm not putting a fucking frog outfit on. People are getting fucking killed. They're dropping illegals in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. They're taking illegals out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and they're dropping them. And you think I'm going to put a frog outfit on? No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in my car and ram them. Buddy, don't ram them. God, don't do that. That's what Trump wants you to do. I don't care. I'm so pissed. I'm telling you, just get a frog outfit. We'll go down there dressed up as inflatable frogs. And we'll dance around in front of the ICE agents. We'll dance around. And if they hit us with a pepper ball, the inflatable thing will block it. It'll bounce off. It's a win-win. I ain't putting a frog outfit on. He's getting in his car. He's turning it on. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And he just speeds off. Next thing you know, he's ramming into the ICE agent. He's ramming into the back of his car. They will eventually kill some ICE agents, and Trump will do the Insurrection Act. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Don't forget, just a few weeks ago, we had some lunatics trying to snipe the ICE agents, and he ended up hitting the illegal aliens because he's such a retard. He's trying to kill the ICE agents. He kills the illegal alien. So far, the only one killing illegal aliens is the liberals. Ain't that crazy? Liberals said Donald Trump was going to kill all these illegal aliens. But the only one killing the illegal aliens so far is liberals. During their unhinged violence. Like these two illegal aliens were going to go home. They were getting deported to their home. Now they're dead. They're dead. Why are they dead? Because some unhinged liberal couldn't handle it. But that liberal wasn't even supposed to be in the country, or that illegal wasn't even supposed to be in the country. What a crazy life, you illegally enter America, you live here for a while, ICE catches you, and then some liberal shoots you with a sniper as they're putting you in the deportation van. And as you're laying there bleeding out, you're probably thinking, I should have kept my ass in Guatemala, man. This country's fucking nuts. That's probably what they were thinking. This country's fucking out of its mind. Why am I here? I should have never came this fucking place. Good God, man. Crazy shit. That's some crazy shit. It's gonna get worse though. I'm telling you, if liberals would have just chilled the fuck out after Trump won and not acted crazy and not resisted and all that, they'd be in a way better position right now to win the midterms. But they spent the whole year fucking themselves over. I don't know how they're gonna win. I see no victory for liberals. I'm about to get off here, though. I'm going to learn more about the AI killing us all. Been hearing about all that. Some guy with a beard and an accent said, I can't remember his name, got some crazy name. He said it's over. He said there's nothing. Man, he really convinced me that AI is bad too. Like he made so much sense, the things he said. So much sense. He was like, they're going to have safeguards. They're trying, they can have safeguards. He's like, but if you have super intelligence, and the super intelligence is going to start updating itself, improving itself, and it's never going to stop, and you're going to have safeguards. How are you going to have safeguards that keep improving and keep, it's impossible. He said, that's impossible. He started out working with AI, and he was hired to be the safety guy and make sure the AI was safe and, come up with plans to keep it safe and the guardrails and all that. And then he quit. He quit doing that and became like an advocate against the AI because he said, there is no way to make it safe. He said, it's impossible. He said, you can't make this safe. No fucking way in hell. No, this guy wasn't lying. I wasn't detecting any lying. Made total sense to me. If you have super intelligence, and which is what they're trying to make. They're trying to make AI that's like smarter than a person. And then it'll begin to up. And one thing he said in the interview was crazy. He was like, they said that, he was like, he asked some guy, he's like, well, how are we going to make this safer? And he's like, we'll just ask AI to figure it out. AI will figure out how to put the guardrails in. It's like, what? Dude, these AI billionaire motherfuckers making this shit are insane. And there is no stopping it because China's making it. All these different countries are fucking with it. There's so much that there is no stopping this. There is no stopping it. Unless the powerful people of the world figure out that like AI is not good for them, that'll be the only way they stop it. They have to think, oh, this is not good for us. But you got Elon. Elon talks about merging with the shit. It's insane. I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about the future. This is all factual shit. You can look it up. Rich, powerful people are working on this AI. They're building nuclear plants just to run it. There's a lot of shit with that. And they want it to become super intelligent. That's what they want. It's not a question of, can it happen or da-da-da-da-da. It's like Bill Gates wanting to block out the sun. Oh, that's crazy. That'll never happen. Well, I'm just telling you what Bill Gates wants to do. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm telling you that's what some people want to do. There's a lot of rich, powerful people. The AI shit is real. I know y'all want to downplay this, but it's real. It's a very real problem. It's going to change our entire planet. 5 years from now, the world is going to look so different than it does right now. It's going to change everything. You're already seeing it. We're at the beginning stages of this. And if you've been alive, I don't expect young people to understand this, but if you've been alive for a long time, you understand like how much technology has just changed. It's so insane. And this AI stuff in just a few years look at the video stuff. Remember a few years ago, them videos was terrible. They were goofy. Now look at that shit. Imagine that 5 years from now. One of the first things AI is going to do is make it impossible to believe anything. In 5 years from now, no one will believe any video they see on the internet. They'll assume it's AI. That's where we're going. People can use AI to like make a phone call using somebody's voice and call you and you'll think you're talking to your mom or something. It's fucking nuts, man. The future's a dark place. It really is. Because of shit like that. Because you can see how this shit's going to be used. Forget it taking over the world and enslaving us or killing us. Forget all that. Just think about the scamming and the lying that's going to be done with this stuff. And that's coming. And that's coming. That's already happening, by the way. It's already happening, but it's going to get worse. It'll get real bad. Well, old people are going to fall for stuff like that. And 5 years from now, you're not going to be able to tell it's not a real person. That's what you're not understanding. That as this shit gets better and better and better, we are going to get to a point where you won't be able to tell. You'll fall for it. Everyone will. We're going to get to a point where the AI videos are so good that you will not be able to tell the difference. And then people crack me up. They go, well, we'll just ask the AI. The AI will be able to tell us if it's real or not. You see where we're going? It's easy to see where we're going. People are making AI their god. And that's not good, man. Like, people have a question, they ask the AI. How do you know the AI is being honest, you know? Oh, it can make hands. Sora, too. We're way past the hand thing. You're not understanding how rapidly this is getting better and better. It's very fast. We're getting there. I mean, look at the AI video from 5 years ago and look at it now. It's very improved. Vastly improved. Fast forward 5 years from now, imagine it. This stuff is only going to get better and better. And we know that because we can look at how it's got better over the last couple of years. We can see the progress. And so we can see that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, oh my God, imagine that. I think the AI video stuff is going to be so good by the 2028 election. I think we might see a fake video or something. I mean, it's going to be... 2028 is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Because this AI video, AI picture stuff, I believe, you know, what's that, 3 years from now? Imagine the progress 3 years from now. On just AI videos and AI pictures. As we go into an presidential election. Now, I believe we'll get to a point where people just won't believe anything they see on the internet. And so the AI video stuff will kind of just won't even matter because people will just go, I don't believe that. Like, you'll see a video of, like, a politician doing something and it'll be weird or something and you'll just go, nah, that's not real. That's not real, man. That's fake. Like, I see videos all the time that I go, oh, that's not real. That's got to be AI. I'll be looking at it and be like, no, this has to be AI. So we're getting there, where you see some videos and you're not sure because they're so well done. And then people probably make an AI video and then they edit it in different software programs to make it look even more real. 3 years from now, you know, probably a year from now, y'all have that perfected. Yeah. People will say, oh, you hear this clip of this guy, and you'll go, that's probably an AI clip. Somebody made that. Yeah. Be a lot of that. You won't believe something unless you see it with your own eyes in person. That's the only way you'll believe it. And it's probably for the best, really, if you think about it. Maybe. Who knows? There ain't no stopping it, though. It's happening. So if it kills us all in the future, then it does, because they're not going to stop. And so there's nothing we can do about it. They're not going to stop. And even if some people stop, other people will. There's too many people working on this. There's just too many people fucking with this. They're not all going to stop. You got to convince every country, all these rich people, all these. There's too many people to convince to stop. This guy was breaking it down on this podcast, though, man. He was making a lot of sense. But he made me realize that really, why worry about it? I mean, because they're not going to stop, so it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. You better hope it don't kill us all, because they're not going to stop. They don't care. He said something funny. He goes, guy was asking him, he's like, so, I think this was on the Joe Rogan one, because he went on Rogan too. He was like, so what are they doing to work on this? Like, are they, and he's like, they're not worried about that. He goes, the things they're worried about making sure it doesn't do is like saying the N-word. He's like, these people are more concerned making sure that AI doesn't say the N-word than kill us all. I believe it too. Ain't that fucking crazy though? Who gives a fuck if it says the N-word? What about making sure it doesn't, like, do some crazy shit that it's not supposed to do, that might hurt some people? The N-word might hurt your fragile ego, I guess. We might get offended, hurt your feelings. I didn't take no vaccine. I didn't wear no mask either. Well, I did sometimes. Everybody wore a mask for a little bit. Some people still wearing that fucking mask. Crazy. Take that fucking mask off. No, I didn't believe it. I wore it at the beginning a couple of times because it was mandatory to wear. Then once I realized it didn't work, I was like, who gives a shit? I got kicked out of a place for not wearing a fucking mask. Or I got refused service. I went to an eyeglass place. This was like 2021, I want to say. And I didn't wear a mask, and I had my kids with me and everything. None of us was wearing a mask, and they did not serve us. We stood there. They were coming over. They didn't say nothing to me, but I figured it out after a while. They were going. Other people was coming in behind me. They had masks on. They would immediately help them. They didn't even acknowledge my fucking existence standing there without a mask. Because they had a sign on the door that says you have to have a mask. I didn't have one, though. And I was just like, who gives a shit? It's not no law that I gotta wear a mask. These cowards won't even tell you to leave. They just ignore you. That's how crazy these liberals were, bro. Insane behavior. 2 years in a mass. That's crazy. What the fuck? That means you was in that mass till 2022. Everybody knew by the end of 2020 this shit didn't work. So if you was wearing it 2021, you were real retarded. I don't fault you for wearing it in 2020, but if you had it on in 2021, you're a dork. You're a real dork. George Slopadopoulos. You see George Slopadopoulos? What is this about Tom Homan took $50,000 bribe? Fill me in on this. What's going on with that? Tom Homan, George Slopadopoulos said that Tom Homan took a bribe and the FBI's got audio tape or something. J.D. Vance said that's a bullshit story. Which is it? I know nothing about it, so I ain't looked into it. Which is it? Slopadopoulos right? J.D. Vance right. J.D. Vance was like, you're worried about this shit. Meanwhile, the government shut down. We got... And then Slopadopoulos like cut him off and went to break. Was real rude. Slopadopoulos. Wouldn't treat Kamala Harris like that. Are you going to fill me in about the Homan bribe, or I got to go look it up myself and get the fuck off here? Fill me in on Slopadopoulos. Fill me in on the Homan bribe. Slopadopoulos said there's FBI audio of it. FBI got him on secret recording or something. Why is the FBI secret recording time? I'm confused. What the hell's going on? I guess I'm going to have to get off here and go look at it myself. Nah, I ain't playing no Battlefield. Not a fan of Battlefield. About to end this stream, though, and go figure out what they're talking about. Get something to eat. Go to bed. I wish you well, though. I wish you well.